Welcome to another very early NFL playoff prediction. I don't have Buffalo in the fucking playoff picture at this point. They've really fallen from grace. It all started when they lost 6-9 to the fucking Jaguars, and then they got bounced 41-15 to the Colts, a team who I now have in the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna be able to get their shit together. Like, they were very dominant to start the year, but unfortunately, I had to kick them out of the playoff picture because they're fucking sliding hard. Yeah, my last one I had was Arizona against Buffalo, and I picked Buffalo to win it all. Safe to say, we're gonna have a new fucking champion for like a matter of fact, and probably a new fucking team in the NFC. I mean, I already know I'm gonna pick, but I'm gonna let you guys find out what it is. Find out. Watch the video. Alright, man, let's get into fucking everything here. You know how we do it. Starting off, the number 7 seed for the NFC, I have selected the 49ers. They've gotten hot lately. They've gotten fucking healthy, and that is very fucking key going to the playoffs. Unfortunately, I think they're going to run into a fucking brick wall named the Arizona Cardinals, who are the number 2 seed. So that's my pick there. It'll be kind of close because these divisional rivals always play pretty fucking close. But Arizona should be healthy by that point, and they're going to take care of business. And it'll be kind of close, but Arizona is just on a different level this year. Then, I mean, obviously you can see I had Green Bay as the number 1 seed and New England as the 1 seed. I don't want to get too much into why I picked this. This is just like a gut feeling, because if I was going to go around and say why the fuck I did X, Y, and Z, we would be here all fucking day. And you probably, like me, don't have the fucking time for that, so let's just get right into it. Next up for the NFC, we have the number 6 seed Minnesota Vikings. Yes, I know I picked the Vikings to get here, but they have oodles of fucking talent, and they're gonna get here one way or another. Unfortunately, like the Niners, they're gonna run into a fucking wall named the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who will be looking to defend their crown. And it'll be kind of close, but definitely picking Tampa here to take care of business, or especially over fucking Kirk Cousins. And last but not least, for the wild card weekend for the NFC, we have the number 5 seed LA Rams, who did not beat the fucking Cardinals earlier on in the year and therefore lose the tiebreaker. And not to mention, they've been on kind of like a 2-game fucking slide lately. They're still too damn talented to fucking drop below the 5 seed, so that's where I see them. Unfortunately, they had to play the Cowboys, who are the number 4 seed. While they are, in my opinion, the worst of the division leaders, it's not by much. It's by like a little bit, because any 4 of these fucking division winners in the NFC could beat each other. Like, it's kind of the same thing for the AFC. Like, it's so up for grabs. There's no one team that's better, like way better than the other ones. Offensively, obviously, Arizona, Tampa Bay, and Dallas are a little bit above Green Bay, simply because, I mean, you have multiple weapons on each fucking team. While Green Bay has Devontae Adams, who in himself is fucking multiple weapons, but he is just one guy at the end of the fucking day. I would probably pick Dallas in this situation, just because Matt Stafford he's a good quarterback, but he's not like a playoff competitor. And unfortunately, this whole fucking going all in thing for the LA Rams might crash and burn. So yeah, that's the NFC right there. Moving on to the AFC, we have the number 1 seed New England Patriots. Yeah, that's right, I went there. So they get the bye here. The number 7 seed Indianapolis Colts, who I thought were dead at one point in the season, they proved me wrong, especially after fucking blowing out the Buffalo Bills like they did, man. In Buffalo, that was something special, dude. So I have them in the playoff picture here. They're going to go to Baltimore, the number 2 seed in my scenario. And while they did have a good season, it's going to end just like it did last year. As the 7 seed, it'll just be a little bit differently because they'll be getting beat by the Ravens instead of the Bills. But nonetheless, nothing wrong with how the Colts played this year. Um, if they fucking go in there and lose this game against Baltimore, it's still a fucking a positive season. I mean, you have Jonathan Taylor who might just win them this game, but in this scenario, I would pick Lamar Jackson and the Ravens simply because they have kind of a better team in my opinion. Jonathan Taylor though might make the difference, but I'm going to go Ravens here. And next up we have the number 6 seeded Bengals at the number 3 seeded Kansas City Chiefs, who have appear to have found themselves later on in the year, like midway through the year or around like week 12ish right now. They're starting to find themselves at 7-4, and so are the Bengals. But I feel like the Bengals are going to lose a couple games, which they probably should win. But their offensive line is like really holding them back, in my opinion. So they will unfortunately lose this game. I would love to see Cincinnati finally get a fucking W after all these years, but I do not see it at the expense of the Kansas City Chiefs, who are looking to get back to a third straight Super Bowl, and they'll move on here. And last but not least, for the wild card weekend in the AFC side, we have the number 5 seed, what the fuck is it, large Los Angeles Chargers at the number 4 seed Tennessee Titans, who I feel like are just going to keep free falling. They are very competitive without AJ Brown, Julio, and obviously fucking King Henry. But unfortunately, the Chargers and more importantly Justin Herbert are going to be way too much for the Titans to handle. They're going to play some shutdown defense, but Herbert is just too fucking good, and his talent's going to rise above them. So in this scenario, the fucking Chargers will win this. Honestly, yeah, Chargers will win here. Next up, we have. Oh shit! You know what? I fudged up my picks. I am actually going to pick the Colts to beat the Ravens. So, fuck what I just said. It is going to be Indianapolis and New England next week, and Chargers at the Chiefs. Moving on to the divisional round, I'll pop up a little fucking thing right here. As you can see up on the left side, we have the number 4 seed Cowboys at the number 1 seed Green Bay Packers. We have the number 3 seed Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the number 2 seed Arizona Cardinals. And like I said before, fuck what I said. The number 7 seed Indianapolis Colts, who did beat the Ravens in this scenario, are going to head to New England to play the number 1 seed New England Patriots. And finally, we have the number 5 seed Los Angeles Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs, who are the 3 seed. So, who is going to win these games? Who is going to get to the conference championships games? In my opinion, I'll pop it up on the screen for you in a second. I believe it's going to be Green Bay getting the W over the Cowboys, who got a playoff win. They'll still consider this a pretty good season, but unfortunately they're going to not get to that elusive conference championship game. Green Bay will get a step further, and we'll see if they can actually take it a step further past that to get to a Super Bowl for the first time in over 10 years. But I'm not holding my breath. Next up, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the number 2 seed Arizona Cardinals. And to be honest, man, this can go either fucking way. I was so torn trying to decide who the fuck was going to win this. And I came down to a decision. Basically, it's Tom Brady versus Kyler Murray. Granted, Kyler Murray can still prove that he is a fucking amazing player. I believe he is one. He can win this game. But I'm still going fucking Tom Brady, the GOAT, at 44 years old, to get the W here and to head out to fucking Green Bay for the NFC Championship game, just like last year. So on the AFC side, we had the number 7 seed Indianapolis Colts, who shocked the fucking Baltimore Ravens. I don't know why I went with the Ravens before. I could have sworn I picked the Ravens, but I was like, nah, I picked the Colts. And you know what? Now that I think about it, the Colts make more fucking sense anyway because of Jonathan Taylor and especially all the fucking injuries that Baltimore has. So yeah, Colts would win that scenario, like I said, for the 30th fucking time. But in this scenario where they go on to play New England in the divisional round, they're going to catch that L. Because I feel like Belichick would just have a field day coaching against Carson Wentz, who has played very good this year. but he's had stretches where he's just been questionable. Now, like, injury prone, he has been injury prone to some extent, but he's been better off this year. I'm talking like psychologically. He's psychologically injury prone, and I feel like Belichick's gonna fuck him up psychologically, and the Pats will win this game by about like 10 points. And last but not least, for the divisional round, we have the Chargers at the Chiefs, and like the fucking Tampa Arizona game. This is just a fucking toss up, man. This is tough because the Chargers did beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead earlier on this year, and that was because they were being fucking gutsy, going for like 4th and 8, 4th and fucking 5, 4th and 10. They didn't give a fuck, and they got like every single one of them. But Mahomes has experience. He's done this dance a time or two, and that'll get them over the fucking edge and beat the Los Angeles Chargers by a walk-off field goal if I had really had to guess it. So that takes us to the conference championship games. I'll pop up the little fucking display up there for you so you can see what's going on, even though it's only 2 fucking games. First off, we have a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game and the number 3 seed Tampa Bay Buccaneers heading to the, once again, number 1 seed Green Bay Packers. And in this scenario, I think you guys know where I'm leaning towards this, but I see Brady beating Rodgers again. Honestly, man. There's something going on with Green Bay. Rodgers is more of a diva than ever. He's, there's something off about him. So he's, I think something's going to happen and he's going to end up fucking these guys once more. So I see Tampa getting the dub once again. And on the AFC side of things, we have the Chiefs at the Patriots. It's feeling like deja vu from like a couple years ago, man. Typically Belichick, I know the stats won't say it. Like, if you look at the touchdown to interception ratio, Belichick knows how to contain Mahomes. And I feel like that'll really help in this game. New England will probably just run the ball down Kansas City's throat, whose defense has been hit or miss is the best way to say it. But when they're hitting, I mean, they're really fucking hitting. And when they're missing, they're obviously fucking... they're missing, dude. Like, they're missing fucking everything. So, obviously, I'm going New England in this scenario. Mahomes hasn't been the same player, but he's still good enough to get him to this point. Unfortunately, that's as far as he'll come. And moving on to the Super Bowl matchup. A rematch of... probably the most hyped fucking game like ever outside of a Super Bowl in Week 4 of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playing the New England Patriots. Heading into Week 4, I wouldn't have seen this fucking game coming, and it's crazy to think now that this is a very realistic scenario to see Brady versus Belichick in the big game. This is like the stuff of movies, dude. And I feel like Brady's going to put up some points. But Big Mac ain't going down without a fight. And you know what? Just because it's me, and just because I love my Patriots, we are going to get the fucking W here and get number 7. Brady's got enough, bro. We need to match him at 7. I see a walk-off field goal. I see a late fucking mistake by, not even Brady, probably just like a fumble by the receiver or something, or by the running back. Some bullshit's going to happen, and New England's going to find themselves with a Lombardi trophy. Yeah, bet on that, y'all. If this shit happens, dude, believe me, I'm gonna tell all of you about this shit. But anyways, that was my kind of semi-early playoff predictions for the NFL. I hope you enjoyed it. There'll definitely be another one of these coming up in a few weeks. Bet on that. All right, take it easy, guys. Have a good one. And as always, stay high.